this video demonstration, I'm going to show you how to use the new Bauble insert, which works with the Lynn's treat box, but also on its own to make beautiful cards. Gives you a beautiful modern stylized tree. So we're going to make a black and gold card using this die. So to start with, I've got a piece here of vintage gold and black satin card from the Craft Artist range, and I'm just going to use the dies. So I simply need to take a long piece of tape on the inside, and the die is designed so that the insert will just cut in if you want to have that, or it will actually cut out if you want to cut it out. So I'm going to show you both ways. So first of all, a long piece of tape allows us to hover over and get that with the outside cut absolutely perfectly. So we're just going to place that on and we'll run that through our die cutting machine, and this will fit through any A5 die cutting machine. So if you like the idea of the treat box but you don't have the larger A4 machine, you can use this die and make a similar sort of effect with a scoreboard. So we go, take the pieces out, it cuts absolutely beautifully. All of the pieces drop out with no issues whatsoever. So that's cutting it out. We can also cut it into a piece of card. So here I have a piece of black satin or mirror card, and I'm just going to use the insert. So I take off the outside line because we don't need that. Give my die a flick to cut it, and in the center of this card I'm just going to tape my die down, and again run this through your standard A5 die cutting machine. Plates on, and we'll just run that through. And what this will do is cut the pattern into the black card panel rather than cut it out. So we'll pop this off, give that a flick, and you'll be able to see there. Just take those pieces out. If I bring a piece of white card in, you can see there you've got the beautiful tree. There we go, which is just floating in the black. So very easy, very, very simple. So to make the card up, I'm simply going to take a piece, the black insert that I've cut. I'm going to add some spray glue. I'm using Craft Mounts by 3M onto the back. I'm going to pop that over so I've got the black on black. I then have the gold piece that we cut out, and again I'm going to add some spray glue onto the back of that, and I'm going to match the design up exactly, and that way we get the gold on the mirror card with the satin card at the back. And to add a little bit more depth, I have a second one cut as well, and I'm simply going to add that over the top, and that just adds that little bit of extra depth on. You can see there, so we've got it just that little bit more mounted. So to finish this off, I've already cut a frame using the press cut stitch dot rectangles and plain rectangles, and I'm simply going to reveal the foam tape. I've put foam tape on the back so that I can frame that exactly. And this has been made in satin and again in black and satin in gold, so I'm going to undercut the excess pieces off. So we could really play with colours, with reds and greens and silvers and different shades to get three, because what we've got here is three different colours and effects showing. So I'm just going to pop this with a little bit of Craft Artist glue. I always use a wet glue to stick the heavier pieces on onto a white card blank of the same size. Excuse me, I've got bells everywhere because we're going to add some bells on. So there we go. And I'm simply then going to add some of the mini gold jingle bells from Craft Artist on to each of the baubles. So I'm using a pin flare glue gel and a cocktail stick. You can use, oops, didn't mean to do that. You can use any sort of, you can use glue, you know, normal glue or anything. I find that the glue gel just helps adhere the metal and make sure that the bells sit on there perfectly. And it's nice to have a little bit of movement in a card. And so I'm just going to take each bell and pop them onto the baubles. And these have all been arranged for you. If you want to add different coloured baubles on, then the same design of bauble is available in the ribbon letters die set from this year's Christmas collection. So you can cut out different baubles from a different set, or the same baubles from a different set, to add those on. And I'm just going to add one more bauble, or one more bell, just at the top, because the tree should always have a topper. And then I've got a little bow here made with some gold mesh ribbon with more of the bells on. I'm going to add that at the bottom, and there we have our beautiful black and gold card. Here's the original. You can see here we're playing with the different colours to get shine in there, but a simple card to make, one you could batch make or make really elaborately.